Hi there, this is Vadim from Online Training for Everyone. And in this video, I'll share with you how to pass an assessment test and get you hired for your dream job. When companies are hiring, very frequently, HR and hiring managers would like to test the candidate to make sure candidate possesses the skills and knowledge that will make him successful in the job. To determine the answer, employers use a computerized assessment tests to assess candidates' skills and experience relevant to the job. Assessment tests are also helpful to determine candidates' potential and make sure a new hire makes the right decisions on the job. Most of the test consists of multiple choice questions, where you as a candidate are presented with the question and you need to find and select the answer based on the choices presented. Typical assessment test consists of multiple questions, and most of the times test is timed, which means that you need to complete the test within predefined time frame. There are different types of questions used to assess the candidate's skills, based on the position you're applying for.
Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Vadim Michalenko, and I hold MBA and Master's degree in Computer Science. I have worked in the information technology field for over 20 years, and I've spent more than 15 years teaching people how to succeed in their careers. I created online training for everyone and the website howtoanalyzedata.net to help people like you pass interviews and assessment tests and get you hired for your dream job. In this video, I'll walk you through most common question types you might see on the test. I'll also share with you answers, solutions, and explanations, as well as tips to improve your chances of passing the test. The questions are shown in random order, so I recommend watching the whole video to practice and learn as much as possible. Many people have passed their tests after watching videos like this, and I hope it helps you too. Before we start, make sure to click the subscribe button to continue learning about the latest questions, and don't forget to like, comment, or share this video. If you have any questions, leave them in comments. I reply to every message I get.
And now, let's go ahead and get started so we can get you prepared.
Take a close look at these amazing shapes which form the expression. First shape has numbers 1, 1, and 2, and the result equals 3. Second shape has numbers 2, 2, and 4, and the result equals 12. Third shape has numbers 3, 3, and 5, and the result is something you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices: A, 20, B, 22, C, 24, or D, 34. Can you try to solve it on your own and choose the right answer? The pattern here is simple but hidden in the plain sight for most people. But I'm pretty sure you're the one who actually discovered it. Let's take a close look at the first expression. To get to the result, multiply the bottom left number by 2 specific numbers in the triangle, and then add both products together. 1 multiplied by 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2 equals 1 plus 2 and equals 3. Let's switch to the second shape. 2 multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by 4 equals 4 plus 8 and equals 12. And now you know how to find the missing number. 3 multiplied by 3 plus 3 multiplied by 5 equals 9 plus 15 and equals 24. So the correct answer here is choice C, 24. Take a close look at this 3 by 3 matrix. Numbers in the first row are 1, 2, and 4. Second row has numbers 2, 3, and 5. And then the third row only has 2 numbers, 2 and 6. And the missing number you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices: A9, B12, C20, or D27. Can you solve it and choose the right answer? The trick pattern here is very simple, but it's hidden in plain sight for most. Instead of rows, we need to focus on columns. In fact, we need to multiply the 2 numbers at the top of the column to get to the number at the bottom. Take a look at the first column. 1 multiplied by 2 equals 2. In the second column, 2 multiplied by 3 equals 6. And I think you know what the missing number is, don't you? 4 multiplied by 5 equals 20. And the correct answer here is choice C, 20. You're presented with 3 pairs of circles. First pair has numbers 2 and 5. Second has numbers 3 and 10. And then the third pair only has one number 4. And you need to calculate the missing number and select your answer out of 4 possible choices: A, 16, B, 17, C, 18, or D, 19. Can you work it out and pick it from the answers provided? This one's simple, yet surprisingly few people manage to spot the answer. Take a close look at the first pair. 2 squared plus 1 equals 5. In fact, the number inside the small circle squared and then increased by 1 equals number inside the large circle. Let's verify it with the second pair. 3 squared plus 1 equals 10. What's interesting here is that if you look at the original question, you might have spotted the different patterns. If you just look at the numbers in small circles, you see that they increase by 1, 2, 3, 4, and then numbers in the large circles increase by 5, 5 and 10. But then the final number would be 15, which is not one of the existing choices. But now you know how to calculate the missing number. 4 squared plus 1 equals 17, and the correct answer here is choice B, 17. In this question, you're presented with 4 objects, and you need to determine the odd one. Your choices for the answers are choices A, B, C, and D. Just like on the usual test, your goal is to understand the question and lock in your answer in your mind before time is up. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is extremely simple. You typically solve these types of challenges in 3 simple steps. In step 1, you break down each object into individual parts. In step 2, you review fundamental geometric components of each object. And then in step 3, you identify what the majority of objects have in common to find the outlier. Let's start with the step 1. If you look closely, you see that object A has triangle and square. Object B has 3 components: circle, square, and then circle again in the background. Even though object C looks like a diamond, you can argue that it consists of 2 squares. And object D consists of circle and the donut inside. What does it tell us? We just learned that objects A, B, and C all have squares in common. Let me highlight them for you so you can see them clearly. Can you see it? Remember the original question? We need to determine the object which is different. And object D, which contains circle and the donut, is different. And the correct answer here is choice D. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with 4 cool-looking shapes, and you need to determine the odd object that doesn't belong. Your choices for the answers are choices A, B, C, and D. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments, and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. For this question, I would like you to imagine yourself as a wizard facing a mystical riddle. The correct answer casts a spell of your brilliance, unlocking the next enchanted door and revealing deeper secrets of the magical world. You're presented with the series of magical shapes. Shapes 1, 2, 3, and then comes the missing shape, for which you need to unlock the pattern and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Take some time to review the problem and come up with your solution just like you would on a real test. Make sure to finalize your answer before time runs out. We'll go over the solution afterwards. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because we would need it to unlock this next enchanted door. And the key to solve this mystical riddle is to understand the pattern. To understand it, let's look closely at each shape. We're dealing here with 3 elements in each shape. Number 1 is the large triangle. Then we have a small circle. And then we have a small rectangle or thick line, depending how you want to look at this. Each element follows its own pattern. The large triangle rotates from the 6 o'clock position to the 12 o'clock position in the first 2 shapes, and then from 3 o'clock position to the 9 o'clock position in the 3rd and 4th shapes. Small circle appears in every other shape, so we would see it in the target shape, which is missing. And then small rectangle is always on the opposite side of the triangle's pointer. Knowing these patterns, let's construct the target shape. The target shape should have a small circle, it should have a triangle at 9 o'clock, and the rectangle should be on the opposite side of the triangle's pointer. Do you think we can unlock Enchanted Door now? I think you've got it. The correct answer here is choice B. But wait, there is more. Are you ready for your own challenge? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with the series of shapes. 3 shapes are present, and the 4th shape is missing. You need to detect the pattern and calculate the missing shape out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Once you've determined your answer, share it in comments, and I'll give you some feedback. Good luck with this fun challenge. If developing sharper analytical skills and learning to solve problems on your own is your goal, which I'm pretty sure it is, this question could challenge you to take yourself to the next level. You're presented with 3 cool-looking shapes. Each one has 3 numbers inside. The first shape has numbers 82, 15, and then 19. The second shape has numbers 93, 19, and 22. And then the third shape has numbers 62, 22, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 23, choice B, 24, choice C, 25, and last but not least, choice D, 26. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Calculations start with the upper left number and go clockwise. Digits in the upper left number used separately to do the division, and then the number in the right is added to calculate the number in the bottom. Let's look at the example. You see in the upper left the numbers 82. Instead of using 82 as the whole number, we divide 8 by 2, and the result equals 4. Then we add 4 plus 15, and the result equals 19. Let's confirm this pattern with the next shape. 9 divided by 3 plus 19 equals 3 plus 19 and equals 22. And now is the magic time. Let's calculate the missing number. 6 divided by 2 plus 22 equals 25. So the correct answer here is choice C, 25. I can guarantee that when you solve this question on your own, or at least try to come as close to the answer as possible, you will significantly improve your cognitive skills. You're presented with amazingly cool looking shape, and you need to determine how many triangles does this shape have. Your choices are choice A, 4, choice B, 8, choice C, 12, and last but not least, choice D, 16. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Well, let's see if you've got it right. And remember, even if you did it wrong, it doesn't matter. The key here is to build habits. Come here to watch different videos and improve your cognitive skills every day. When I showed you how to count the first 4 shapes, you might have realized that you need a methodical approach. As you can see, many geometrical puzzles involve symmetry and repeating patterns. The best way to start is to begin by counting the symmetrical shapes. And this can reduce the amount of time you count altogether and can help you quickly identify similar shapes. Well, but now we're done with symmetrical shapes. What do we do next? Well, let's look closely. I think I can see 4 more shapes. Let me show them to you. I see shapes 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it's 8 altogether. Do you think the answer is 8? I know. I think you're smart enough not to think that 8 is the answer. Let me show you 4 more shapes. Take a close look. Shape 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I think the correct answer here is choice C, 12. But let me leave you with the question. Do you think there are more shapes that you can count? If you found more, please make sure to post your answer in comments so we can all learn. You're presented with 3 by 3 matrix. The first column in the matrix has numbers 4, 2, and 6. Second column in the matrix has numbers 7, 7, and then comes the first missing number. And then the third column in the matrix has numbers 3, 5, and then comes the second missing number. Your goal is to detect the pattern and calculate both missing numbers, selecting your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 9 and 3, choice B, 7 and 2, choice C, 3 and 9, and choice D, 7 and 7. Take a moment to carefully think through this problem. Be sure to finalize your answer before times run out, just as you would in the real test. Afterward, we'll review the solution in details. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope you didn't select the answer D, 7 and 7, even though it might seem logical, because you see the second column has choices 7, 7, so the third 7 would be continuation of the pattern. If you look at the pattern in the third column, you might notice that 3 plus 2 plus 2 again would result in 7. So choice D seems logical, right? 7 and 7. Well, it's all good, but the only challenge was that the first column doesn't match this pattern. So what do? We think out of the box. And if you would try to do that, you might notice that calculations here are done horizontally, with the middle number being the sum of the left and right numbers. Let's look at the example. First row calculations would be 4 plus 3 equals 7. The second row calculations would be 2 plus 5 equals 7 again. And the only choice that would match the third row would be numbers 9 and 3. 6 plus 3 equals 9. But I hope you did not select choice C with numbers 3 and 9, because this is incorrect. Number 9 is in the middle, and it's the first choice in the answer, and number 3 is in the right column. So the correct answer here is choice A, 9 and 3. In this question, you're presented with the scenario, and you need to help flight crew to make a decision. A medical emergency was reported on the flight 007 on the route from Windsor to Toronto. The flight is currently 90 kilometers from Hamilton and 120 kilometers from Toronto. Weather conditions are clear in both airports, and Hamilton is equipped to handle medical emergency. What is the best decision for the flight crew? Your choices for the answers are: choice A, divert to Hamilton, airport code YHM. Choice B, continue to Toronto, airport code YYZ. Choice C, ascend to higher altitude for faster travel. Or choice D, wait for further instructions. And just like on the actual test, we're setting a timer for you to solve it on the clock. Ready, set, go. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because in this situation, the solution is clear and straightforward. Let's first understand the guiding principles of how to make decisions in these types of situation. When the medical emergency occurs, the priority is the safety and health of the affected passenger. This is why choice B, continue to Toronto, is incorrect. Even though Toronto is original destination, it is 30 kilometers farther than Hamilton. And in medical emergency, every minute counts, making Hamilton the best choice. Choice C seems logical, right? Ascend to higher altitude for faster travel. Well, the reality is ascending would consume additional time and fuel and may distract the crew from handling the emergency effectively. Choice D, wait for further instructions, is also incorrect, because it wastes critical time. Crew has to make a decision. Hamilton is closer, weather is clear, and the airport is equipped for emergencies. So what is the solution then? Hamilton is closer than Toronto, reducing the time needed to land and transfer the passenger to emergency medical services. Weather conditions being clear at both airports ensures no additional complications for safe and quick diversion. Which means that the correct answer here is choice A, divert to Hamilton, the closest airport. But wait, are you ready to practice your skills? Try this question to see how you would do. A technical issue is reported on flight 008 en route from Toronto to Ottawa. The flight is currently 50 kilometers from Kingston and 110 kilometers from Ottawa. Weather is clear in both airports, and Kingston is equipped to handle emergency landings. What is the best decision for the flight crew? Your choices for the answers are: Choice A, divert to Kingston. Choice B, continue to Ottawa. Choice C, descend to a lower altitude. And Choice D, wait for further instructions. Once you're confident with your answer, share it in comments and I'll provide my feedback. Best of luck with this exciting challenge. Let's test your critical thinking with this fun and practical question. A flight departing from New York at 10 a.m. is scheduled to take 6 hours and 45 minutes to reach Los Angeles. The destination is in time zone 3 hours behind New York. However, due to strong headwinds, the flight will be delayed by additional 30 minutes. What will the local time be upon arrival in Los Angeles? And you have 4 answers to choose from. Choice A, 12:15 p.m., Choice B, 1:15 p.m., Choice C, 2:15 p.m., and Choice D, 2:45 p.m. Just like in a live exam, stay focused and lock in your response before timer is up. And once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side to review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Are you ready? The solution is clear once you see it, but it takes some thought to get there. Let's dive in. To solve this challenge, let's calculate the original arrival time. If departure is 10 a.m. and flight duration is 6 hours and 45 minutes, 10 a.m. plus 6 hours and 45 minutes would be equal 4:45 p.m. in New York time. But in the original question, we've learned that the destination is in time zone 3 hours behind New York. Let's look in the map. Continental United States has 4 time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. New York City is located in Eastern time zone, and Los Angeles is located in Pacific time zone. And we need to account for this time difference. Los Angeles is 3 hours behind. 4 hours and 45 p.m. minus 3 equals 1 hour and 45 p.m. And in step 3 of calculations, we need to account for the delay. Let's add the 30-minute delay to account for headwinds. 1:45 p.m. plus 30 minutes equals 2:15 p.m. So the correct answer here is choice C, 2:15 p.m. Are you ready for more? Here's the question for you to answer. You are presented with 3x3 matrix, which has 3 columns and 2 missing numbers. The numbers in the first column are 5, 9, and 7. Numbers in the second column are 3, 5, and then comes the first missing number. And then the third column has numbers 2, 4, and then comes the second missing number. You need to detect the pattern, calculate your answer, and select it out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8 and 3, Choice B, 9 and 2, Choice C, 6 and 1, and Choice D, 4 and 2. After you've done calculating your answer, post it in comments and I'll provide my feedback. Best of luck with this exciting challenge.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.